Hey yo. Hey yo, what's up everybody? It's me, Joe, from the Book Breakers. It's the first time going live, trying to see how this goes. I'm gonna be giving up live picks, plays. Anybody want to see a game? She want me to look up a system play, which is analytic system that tracks thousands of data points, hundreds of data points from each game, and then compares the two teams together, and then it gives us a chart of the likelihood of the under, over, spread, and 10 money line. So I'll be posting some of those. If you're not a part of my group, I got two groups. There is the Book Breakers. There's a free chat and a premium paid chat, and Betting Tactics, which is a free chat, all on Facebook. I'm going to be going down the line to different time slots. I'm going to start with basketball, college basketball. If you have any game that you want me to look at, just post it in the chat, and I'll go check it out. Let me open the list here. We're looking at basketball, college basketball. There is an 11 o'clock slot with Purdue and Butler. Honestly, I do like Purdue here. I think that Purdue's defense is going to take over Butler. The number is at minus 14 and a half. I'm not too sure if they're going to win by 15 points. I think they can win by 15 points against Butler. When you're looking at these two teams, Purdue is 9-1, Butler is 7-3. But when you're looking at spread coverage, it's a little bit different record. Let me pull that up. When you're looking at the spread, Purdue 6-4 against the spread. Whereas Butler 3-7. So, so team rankings is actually some team rankings have Butler scoring 73 points, and then Purdue to score 58. But I really think it's going to be opposite of that. I really think that Butler's going to score more like 60, and then Purdue's going to score more like 74. Or something like that, and that puts us right at 14, and then the line is a minus 14 and a half, so that's kind of why I'm skipping it, but I will be looking at it live. I'll do that. I'll go live on that one, so I think that's a decent play, a live play, that is, just to see how the game is going, and then just bet it live instead of trying to bet it pregame. So the Purdue, they've scored 80 points or better for the last 5 games, and they've played Florida State, Iowa, NC State, and Omaha. That's like half and half. To Butler's played Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and East Illinois, and they scored about 60, 65. So looking at last 5 games, the Purdue scores about 80, and then last 5 games, the Butler scores about 65. So that's a 15-point difference. So it's just right on the number. And when I'm looking at picks, I try to find picks that's like not right on the number, but it's a little bit more than the number, such as, I think that one team is going to score 70, and then the other team is going to score 65, and then like the team that I think is going to score 70 is getting +3, right? Those are the games that I bet on. When it's a game that's right on the number, I just skip it. I skip the game. Maybe I'll watch it live, but maybe I won't. I'm just gonna wait for see if a couple of people are gonna show up, or if you do show up, man, hit the thumbs up for me, please. So just let me know that you like the video. Games are gonna be starting here any minute, and we are gonna go live. I'm gonna be posting some live bets here, and let's see how many wins we can get today. I was looking at the
Chase First Banking. A debit card
I was looking at the Western Kentucky football game, college football.
By creating allowances and
Let me get
assigning
this thing.
chores, they can practice
What?
earning every day. With a debit card just
What's
for
this
them,
ad coming
they'll
up on
learn
my
smart
computer?
spending firsthand, while you monitor and set account alerts.
That's me, Joe, from the Book Breakers. I'm just here chilling, just waiting to see if I can get some viewers here. Let's take a look at the live lines. This will be just a second. I'm looking at Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky, is first half under 48. So first half is under 48.5, and that's the play. They scored 28 points in the first quarter, 14-14. I don't think that they're going to score 4 touchdowns in the second quarter. I mean, they ran it up in the first quarter. I just don't believe they're going to repeat that in the second quarter. I do think that they're going to get at least 3 touchdowns and a field goal. I just don't think that they're going to get 4 more touchdowns by halftime. And so the first live bet is going to be Western Kentucky under 48.5. That's the first one. I love that one. I love that one because even if they do get 4 touchdowns, that's 48. So we still win by the hook, 0.5. First live play in Western Kentucky, first half, under 48.5 points. That's the play. Let's see what else we got. I think we got some basketball starting up here. We got Youngstown State versus a non-divisional school. If you've been watching my non-divisional school basketball college games this year, you've been noticing that the non-divisional schools lose a lot by a lot of points. These non-divisional schools lose by like 40, 50, 60 points. They let the Division I school team score like 180 points. So there is a non-divisional team game on right now. It is Westminster versus Young State, and the live line is Young State like -11. I'm taking that. So if you have that game on your book, college basketball, Young State like versus Young State versus Westminster. The live play here is Young State -11.5. If you missed the first live bet is college football, Western Kentucky, first half under 48.5. I like that play because both teams scored 14 points in the first quarter for a total of 28, and I just don't think that they're going to score 4 more touchdowns before the half. I think that they can score 3 touchdowns in a field goal, even in 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals. I just don't think they're going to get more than 48 points in the first half. So we got 2 live bets. College football, Western Kentucky under 48.5 first half, and we have Young State college basketball full game to -11.5. Let's see what other bets we got here. Live bets, that is. We got a Butler and Purdue. That's a game that I was just talking about, like Butler and Purdue. So I like the Purdue defense. I actually like Butler too. I'm just not too sure that they're going to be able to hold up against the Purdue defense, but I guess we're going to find out. Right? Let's see what soccer we got right now. Live soccer, that is. Yeah, I don't see any like real good ones. There is Juventus. Juventus is playing right now against Bologna, however you want to pronounce that. I do think Juventus is going to win. Juventus, they don't have a Christian Maldonado anymore, and I don't think the team has been as good as they could be without him. But I do think that they are better than Bologna. The live line right now is -1 and 1.5. Now, if you're not sure about what soccer means when you're taking a -1 and 1.5, it'll show up on your book, -1, 1.5. That means basically when you put in your bet that the book is going to put half of your money on -1 and the other half of your money on -1.5. And if they win by 2, then you just win both of those split bets, which will equal up to the same amount of money I just one full bet winner. If they win by one, then half your bet's going to lose because half your bet was put on -1.5, and then the other half is going to push, and so you would get half your money back from the push, and you would just lose the other half, which is not a bad deal. To lose half of your money on a loss is better than a total loss, right? So third play third play is going to be soccer, live soccer, Juventus, -1, comma 1.5. It's has one bet, 1 and 1.5. They gotta win by 2. So we have 3 live bets going right now. To college basketball in Young State, -11.5 full game. We got college football of Western Kentucky, first half under 48.5, and live soccer, Juventus, -1.5. It's really 1 and 1.5. So you have to win by 2. Those are the 3 live bets. There's some NBA on right now. There's Rockets and Pistons. If you've been watching trash NBA, which is what I like to call it, because I see air balls thrown all over the place every single day. I see missed free throws, no defense being played. It's just a lot of trash. I don't know where they get these bums from. So when these bums can't even score 20 points in a goddamn quarter, and it's 5 of y'all out there. You can't make 10 buckets in 12 minutes, between the 5 of y'all. Some NBA has been going under. There's been a lot of NBA first quarter under 56 has been hitting a lot. So if you just joined us, we are currently on 3 live bets. Live soccer, Juventus, like -1, 1.5. Live college basketball, Young State, -11.5 full game. They're playing a non-divisional school. And live college football, Western Kentucky, first half under 48.5. I'm not sure if those lines are still available, but they were available when I put the pick out 10 minutes ago. So I don't know if they're still available, but if they're not available, then I would recommend you just be patient and wait and see if that number is going to come back. And if it does come back, jump on it. I like all 3 of those, and I'm going to be going down time slots of different games and just giving like my personal opinion on those games. We do have a premium card out at the Book Breakers on Facebook. Why don't you go check us out if you're not already there? If there's a game that you want me to look at, just post it in the comments and I'll go look at it. The NBA, it's we're 3 minutes in the game, and the total combined score is at 22. It's 14-8. So that means to me that I think it's going to go over. They seem to be shooting pretty well. The first quarter live over under on the NBA Rockets game right now is at 61. I don't really like 61, but if they keep on the same pace, they're going to hit it. But what I like to do for NBA is to just sit back and just see if they do keep up on the same pace. And if they do, then I'll hopefully catch the right number. So we'll just watch it for the next 3 or 4 minutes and see if they keep up the scoring on the NBA game. Let me go down the time slot. There's a 12 o'clock slot for college basketball. It is Texas Tech versus Gonzaga, Duke versus Elon. No, it's just Gonzaga, versus Texas Tech. Gonzaga is not the same team they were last year. They're pretty good, but definitely not the same team as they were last year. And then Texas Tech is pretty good, and then Texas Tech is getting 8.5 points. Let me check my book actually. See how many points they're getting on my book. Yeah, it's 8.5. It's still 8.5. Let's see. Texas Tech. They play Lamar, Tennessee, Omaha, Arkansas State, while Gonzaga's play like Alabama, Duke, and UCLA in the last 5 games. And Gonzaga, they've scored at least 80 for the last 5 games, and then 3 of those games are against top-notch schools. So Texas Tech has scored about the same, 75 to 85, but the competition has not been as good. I do like. I'm gonna take Texas Tech plus 8.5. I think that they can hang in there, just within 10. And so I just hope that they can have like 1-3, go in the basket to let us win at plus 8.5. Let me go down some other time slots here. Let's go 3 o'clock time slot. We got Elon and Duke, USC, Georgia Tech, Xavier, and Marquette. Out of these 3 games, I think that Duke is the best one because you got a good team versus a not so good team, and then also USC. You got a good team that's playing a decent team, Georgia Tech. And let's see what the Duke line is at. There's also Xavier Marquette. I'm just gonna skip that one because to me, those 2 teams are almost on the same level. So I don't really even want to look at that. Let me go back to the Rockets game. His Rockets game is 17-14 in the first 4 minutes of the first quarter. So that's 37-41. So definitely over. Definitely over. The over in the first quarter was at 61. We missed that. The current first quarter over is 67. That's kind of high for NBA, considering that a bunch of unders have been hitting. But these 2 teams are on it. Go, score. So I'm gonna go. I think I might go. I'm over first half instead of over first quarter. Let's see. No, I'm going over first quarter. Let's see. The first quarter live line, like right now, it is 67. We're gonna take NBA Rockets over my 67.5. First quarter. I need them to get like 35, 33. Something like that. I think they can do it. We are halfway into the quarter, and then Rockets only need 6 more buckets, and the Pistons only need 6 more buckets. So, like, if these 2 teams can't make 6 buckets each in 7 minutes, what are you doing on the basketball court? Right? So, I think that they can do that. So right now we got 4 live bets. NBA Rockets over 67.5 first quarter. We got the Western Kentucky, my football, my under 48.5 first half. We are on Young State college basketball, like minus 11.5. And we're also on a live soccer, Juventus to -1 and 1.5. Full game. Those are the 4 live bets that we have going on right now. And I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm loving it. Okay, right now, the college basketball game, Young State, is -30. It's -30. We got it at -11.5. This is a good sign. This is a very good sign. And this means the books thinks that based on how the game is being played live, that Young State is going to win by 30. But they didn't know what we knew early in the game, which is when the score was 6-2, we were already on it, like -11.5. And the score right now is 10-21. So and they're just 10 minutes into the game. So we have a very good number on that one that we got on. Oh yeah, I'm loving that one. That one might be the best pick of the day because it just seemed like it was so easy. And that Western Kentucky, there's 5 more minutes in the half, and the total is already at 45. It's not looking too good here. It's already at 45, and we got under 48.5. So if they get one more touchdown, we're screwed. Yeah, and then there's and we could do it. Hopefully they get a stop and a field goal, and that will let us win by the hook. Let's see what this Purdue game is doing because right now Purdue is 12-8. So Purdue's winning so far. It's 12-8. Let's see what the line is for that. It's 14-8 now. Okay, the line on that is -17. I really can't take -17. Prior to the game, they were at -14.5, and it's just too early. The first 8 minutes, it's just too early to try to get on a number that's 3 points higher than what the number was before the game started. So, as the game progresses, maybe we might get on it later if that same number is still there. But if not, then we're just gonna skip it. What I do like to do in college basketball live, and then I find this to be very successful. There's 2 types of bets that you can make on live college basketball. That's first half over, not under. First half over. Don't even try a first half under because these college teams surprise you. They might score 10 points in the first 10 minutes, and you're like, oh, well, they only scored 10 points in the first 10 minutes. So in the last 10 minutes, they're not going to score 40 points. But what happens? They score 40 points. So always take an over on the first half. But what you want to look for is you want to look for right before the first 10 minutes, like at minute 8, and see what the total is for the current score and see what the total number is for the over. Now, you take that total score at 8 minutes and you multiply it by 2. And then that'll give you average what the score might be at 16 minutes. And then when you multiply that by 2 at the 8-minute mark, see what the book has for first half over. If the book has the first half over within 6 and 7 points of your times 2 number, pick the over. I find that to be very, very successful, but it's hard to catch. Uh, the other my live basketball in college, not NBA. This is college. Is I like to look for the comeback in the second half. When you look at the second half plays in live college ball, you see Team One losing by 12 at halftime, and in the second half, they might be winning by 10 or 12, but the book hasn't adjusted yet, and the book is still giving them plus points, +5, not +1, +2, but like +5 or +6, because the book thinks that the other team's going to come back, right? But like a lot of times, they don't come back. I say 7 out of 10 times that team who lost by 10 in the first half and is winning by 12 in the second half covers the number, covers the live number. So I look for those on live basketball. First half over or underdog win with the points based on how they are playing in the second half of that game as compared to how they played the first half. I find a lot of success there. Let's go to. Well, I think I'm going to end it. It's been 30 minutes. I don't have a lot of viewers. Talk about hopefully I'll come back to do it again and later on today or on a different day. This is my first live stream, so I don't have a bunch of organization or some fancy room. It's the first one. I'm just trying it out and see how this goes. And catch us on Facebook, The Book Breakers. There's a free chat and there is a premium chat. Good luck, everybody.